So yesterday I was here and I've been working on this sermon for this upcoming week, and Tyra walked in and said, "Hey, did you check the weather?" And I had not checked the weather, and well, I'll just show you. This is our office, by the way. Say hi, Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
He's always here crunching. He usually has M&Ms in that bowl. Anyway, look at this. Yeah, so not good. Okay, so we're back, and so I thought it'd be fun to go to Tyra's house and we could film this thing. And since we were going to Tyra's house, I thought it was only fair if we brought along the man himself and we could chat about this a little bit. I thought what we did last week was really fun. It was an interesting thing, aside from just doing like a live stream, just to challenge people like, hey, you're going to worship at home with each other.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool because I feel like a lot of times with a live stream, it's similar to a Sunday morning. You're kind of fed the service, except a live stream, you're not gathered with everybody.
Right.
And so I thought it'd be just an awesome idea that it's like, okay, you as your family, it's going to be this intimate setting with your family. How would you worship? And I loved it.
Yeah, like it's even easier just to sit back and really spectate when it's only a live stream and I'm just watching. And it's a different thing when you're like a shut-in and like you have to be at your home, or maybe you're sick, or maybe you're out of town, and like that's your only option, as opposed to just like, okay, like right now, all of us everywhere, like we just have to like watch. And
maybe some people did it better, but we're not that removed from COVID. It's like, I remember that like the live stream era, and it was very easy to be distracted. It was very easy to do chores or to be on your phone. Or it's like when the worship band was singing on the screen, it's like you kind of maybe sung a little bit or none at all. I mean, it wasn't real.
Well, and like I remember watching like all the metrics on the videos, like just because usually like I'm the person who puts out like the live stream worship videos, and so watching the metrics and watching like the attendance start way up high in the beginning of the video, and then it's usually like 3 minutes in, everyone is gone. So no one is there past that. Like it's really easy just to log in and say to yourself like, okay, I was there, and then get really distracted.
Right.
Yeah. And what's cool too is like this kind of matches like the direction that like we want to go as a church anyway, right? Like we want to make our homes a holy place, right? And I've been doing a lot of research on this weird time in Jewish history where after the temple was destroyed, the Jewish people really had no place to worship. And so what the religious leaders at the time said, this was their plan. And I really think it was beautiful. And I really think it matters to us here now is they said, hey, what I want you to do is I want you to go to your house and I want you to turn your table into a temple, which is so cool. Like they would turn their tables into like actual places of worship.
Yeah. No, I think it's one of those things that like if we could grasp as a community, it can change who we are as a congregation.
Yeah. Like imagine like eating with your entire family and being like, oh, this moment, this isn't just like us like having to eat. This isn't like us and we're scattered all over the house. Like this is us saying that like we are here with each other, but also with the Lord.
Yeah.
I think it's really powerful.
Yeah, and I think it's just bringing to mind, it's like I've talked a couple times about the Hebrides revival, and it was these two old ladies that decided, hey, our living room is now our sanctuary.
Yes.
And so it's like taking our everyday places like our table and making it a sacred, holy place and saying, Jesus, be here.
Yes, yeah. And so this is like a really mildly down version of what they would do. But this is like where I want us to kind of start, and then we'll kind of experiment out from here is we're going to give you a scripture reading that you read as a family at your table. And even if your family right now is it's literally just you and you live by yourself, like know that when you read the scripture, your whole church is reading with you. And so like you may feel isolated in this moment, but I promise you, you are not alone because other people are reading with you. But I want you to read the scripture, and then I want you to eat a meal that your family truly loves. Like make it like an actual special meal, right? Like if it's breakfast, like bring out your good coffee, bring out your pancakes, bring out those things. I'll be able to cut a lot of this, which is beautiful. At our house, what we're going to do is have our coffee, which we love, out of a Chemex, and then we'll sit with like a bowl of cereal, and we'll just sit and we'll read the scripture, and then after the scripture, pray, and then just like put away your phones, put away all of your technology, and just for like an hour, like longer than usual, just be with each other and let that scripture, let it guide your conversation, right?
Yeah. And I think what was really cool is like what my dad, Pastor David, his family did last week is he gave everybody a role, which was interesting. So like,
I thought he was kidding when he said that. Did he really do it?
No, yeah. So it's like everybody in the family got a role. Like there was a greeter, a scripture reader, there was a song leader, and so it let everybody participate in worship. And so that's what I like about home worship is that you can really make it for your family. And everybody can contribute.
Yes.
Because I think that's something we want with the DNA of Franklin Chapel is that you're not just coming to worship to receive, but you're coming to participate. And so learning to do that.
And giving worship.
Yes, right. You're bringing something to the table.
Yeah.
And so this is an excellent opportunity. So if you want to make it fun, do that. Make a greeter. I just laughed thinking of one of my siblings being a greeter to greet the rest of my family. But it was just like a small act to participate and bring something to worship.
And this is really important too as we're reading through the letters to the church, right? Make sure you keep reading through that, because as soon as we come back in person, we're going to keep actually talking about it and diving into it, but it has a lot to do with what you're doing now. So please read those chapters. And one thing about worshiping at home, it's like you get a different thing, but it also, like I have a longing to be with you all again in worship. Yes.
And so
genuinely. And
so it's like when the next time we're in person, it's like, it's going to even be sweeter. It's going to be better because I miss you all and can't wait to be gathered again. But in the meantime, meet with your family, worship with your family, read scripture, pray together, sing together, and spend time together.
And once again, it was so encouraging when my wife and I did this worship thing last week, and we have a baby and we have a toddler, and it was utter chaos, and we were like, gosh, like that was madness, and it was so hard. And then we got online, and other people in our church had done it, and they had sent it a picture, or they had sent in a text and said like, hey, like we're here with you. We also did it this morning. That was so encouraging. So do that again, church. I cannot wait until we worship with you again. We love you. Stay warm.